Hello, this is Adam with XLaser, here to give you a quick overview of how the pre and post color options work on a Mercury equipped system. So first thing I'm going to do here is locate, and I'm going to choose just a straight line. My color effects, one of the options I have here under base applies to the entire pattern just globally, no matter what goes where. So here I've got overall color override, and then RGB1 is the one that takes priority, and that's also what shows up in the encoders here. And then it's as simple as going through my color picker and choosing my color appropriately. Next option I have is pre. So pre refers to before the prism and before any effects. There are a couple different pre modes, a couple different mid modes. I recommend just playing with them to get a real feel for what does what. More often than not, I end up just going to the basic pre, so this makes the color effect happen before anything else. So if I do something like a static linear gradient, and I give it a 90-degree angle. I've got RGB1, we set to green earlier, so it's on the left half, it's green. For RGB2, I'll go ahead and set the right half to blue, and I just accidentally selected both halves to blue. There we go. So because this is pre, it happens before the prism effect or before any movement effects. So if I go ahead and pull up the prism here, I go to a 1x3, you'll see that each one of those three facets of the prism has the color effect split in the exact same way. Even if I rotate the different aspects of the prism, the color split happens in the middle of that line, irrespective to its rotation. If I come in here into GeoPost and I give the whole thing a nice slow spin, you'll see that each one of those individual facets maintains that color split even after the prism is rotating. By contrast, if I select post, that applies a gradient over the entire thing. So now you can see that we're split dead down the middle of our prism. I return our angle there, you can see it very clearly. If I turn the individual facet of the prism, see how it just flipped over there? And how blue always stays on the right-hand side and green always stays on the left-hand side? That's just the nature of having that flip there, or the nature of doing it in post. So now, if I rotate the entire thing, geometric post, you can see that it stays blue on the right and green on the left. In my color effects, if I increase our fade width, you can see that the gradient stays much, much smoother, but it's still always blue on the right and always green on the left. I hope this gives you a good overview of how the pre and post functions for color apply. This applies through all modes, all gradient types, everything. And using the other, like mid and pre-2, give you other places where you can inject the color into the signal path. Try it out. Mess with it a bit. If you have any feedback, let us know. If you make anything really cool looking, send it in. We'll go ahead and send you some free stuff. We'd love to see the patterns that you're generating. Thanks. See you next time.